Mr. Liam Gallagher.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello.
Now, I'm very excited by this because I've never interviewed you before, ever.
Right. Well, it's downhill after this, mate.
Is it?
Everyone will be fucking very beige.
So I first met. Do you remember the first time we met? I doubt you will.
No.
But it's a really good story.
Go on.
I met you in Watford.
Oh, yeah.
So Oasis played a gig in Watford.
Oh, right.
It was like, I think it was a warm-up to a tour or something. It was
Right.
one of those kind of last-minute gigs.
In Watford?
And I turned up and I had to pick up my tickets. And as usual, when you've got to pick them up, there's problems. So someone goes, come back here, stand there, and I'll go and get your tickets. So I'm like, all right. So I'm stood, and it's, I don't know, 5 minutes before you guys are on stage.
Right. Was you a fucking superstar DJ still and that, radio presenter?
I would have been.
At that time, or were you on your way up?
I would have been early Radio 1.
Oh, okay.
So a couple of years at Radio 1,
Right.
maybe. And there's no one around, like no one backstage, not a soul in where I am. And then all of a sudden, you appear, wearing, if I remember, some cool
Fucking
white
black miniskirt, fucking.
No, it was a lovely white coat Parker thing.
All right. Sounds like me.
And you're over there, and I'm over here, and you're like that, and you're just obviously you're about to go on, and you just
Does
and you
I
look.
listen to music?
Yeah, in your head disco, and you clock me, and you go, and you walked over, and you went, put your hand out, and I went to shake your hand, and you went, and you turned, and I went, oh, okay.
Fucking what's in a wall?
But no, immediately, what I think is a lovely bit of the story, you immediately turned back around and went, oh, you're joking. Nice to meet
and
you.
did you do it again? Did you
No,
do it to me? I see.
no, I was good. I was good.
Moment there, mate.
But you were very polite and very friendly. And I remember you said, what are you doing here? And I said, I've come to see you. And you went, great, well, enjoy it.
All right.
And that was it.
See, that was before I turned into a cunt.
No,
The good old days.
no, I don't think you are that
I'm
much.
still a good person, mate. Still a bit of a cunt in that, but still good down, mate.
But I hear stories about you. I hear lots of lovely stories about you.
No, I'm a lovely cunt.
I would say, because it's funny that we've met a few times, but I've never interviewed you.
Yeah, I remember seeing you at the Roses. Like that.
That was good.
When was that then? That was at Eaton Park.
Yeah.
You there.
That was a good night.
Yeah.
I also met you at Top of the Pops.
Right. I'm sure we bumped into each other in pubs along the way.
Do you know what? It's so weird. We never really have, especially around here, because I drink
each other
around here.
in near the Steels and that. What's the one across the road? I'm sure I've seen you in there a few times.
The Load of Hay, or whatever it used to be.
It was called, like, it was on the fucking hill. The Hill.
The Hill?
Yeah.
That's right.
Sure
I
I've seen you
can't
in there.
remember.
You're probably off your box, you know what I mean?
Well, I don't really drink.
Right, okay.
You know, I don't, occasionally I have a drink.
Okay.
I saw you at Top of the Pops.
Right.
I think you guys are just done the special. For whatever reason, I'm in the dressing room with a load of people afterwards. And I'm there with John Culshaw, who does all the impressions.
Oh, dude.
Right.
Love him. Is he still living in Hampstead?
Yeah, he's still there.
Belsize Park.
He's up there now.
Funny cunt.
So we go, we've seen the show, it's all good, everyone's in a good mood, everyone's buzzing, and then someone clocks John, maybe you do them impressions.
The Ozzy Osbourne thing, yeah.
So Noel's like, who does he do? So he starts doing, you're like that, do Ozzy Osbourne. So he's like, yeah, do whatever. And he's doing them, and everyone's laughing, everyone's falling about. And Noel goes, do you do him? And your face goes from laughing to this. And I'm thinking, John, you're going to get us booted out of the dressing room. There's a load of free booze. We're going to get turfed out. Yeah. And John went, I don't really do you. And I was like, delighted.
Good move.
Thank God for that.
Good move.
So anyway, so here we are, chatting.
Drinking water in a pub.
Yeah.
Fucking terrible behaviour.
You run a lot.
Yeah.
I run a lot.
Yeah.
I really enjoy it. I hate it and enjoy it at the same time.
I fucking love it, man.
Really?
I love it.
You never wake up and go, oh, God, I do this again?
No.
That's really good, though.
Some days, you know what I mean, when you're hungover and all that, and you think, can't be arsed, you know what I mean? But once you get out there, it's the best thing ever, man. Everything just falls into place, you know what I mean? It's like, for me, it reshuffles the pack. I get back home and I go, right, got to do that. He's got to be fucking told. That cunt's getting told and shit like that. Got to do this, must do that. You know what I mean? And remember to change the laces in them shoes over to them pair, you know what I mean? Stuff like that, you know what I mean? But when I haven't run, I'm like a neurotic fucking housewife, man.
Do you run far?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I run for about an hour, up hills, down hills. I don't time myself, I ain't got one of them silly watches.
Right.
And I don't listen to music. Get away, I just run. I'm like Forrest Gump, but cooler looking.
Because you look, you know, you're in great shape.
Yeah, still got, yes, well, I have my moments. I wouldn't say I'm like, you know, Mo Farrow and that, but I'll be there one day.
So when did you...
But I feel good. It's all about the head, man. You know, it's all about the head. My head in there, you split that open, there's a fucking 24 pack going on, you know what I mean? It's proper on it. And that's what I do it for, man, really, you know what I mean? It's like, obviously, you don't want to be fucking, you don't be looking like fucking Bill Werbenick, but you know what I mean? I'm not one of them lads that are fucking looking to be like some skinny fucking Ronnie Wood. That ain't me, you know what I mean?
Right.
I don't wear skinny jeans, so no need to be skinny, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's all about my mind, really. Do it for that. That's about us, you know what I mean, as well as try to keep in trim, but.
So when you...
Certainly don't want to be fucking 6 stone, you know what I mean?
When you had your time off, were you still running then? Or
yeah.
is this a recent...
When I had them 4...
Yeah.
I was doing a bit. Yeah, no, I was doing quite a bit. But I was also... My day was done and dusted by 9 a.m, you know what I mean?
Right.
So there was a lot of like hours to fill, you know what I mean? So then I'd go to the pub. I'd run to the pub and stumble back.
Did you... Because I had about 3 years off.
Right.
After Radio 1. And I quite enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Because it was about the time I hit 40, and also I really enjoyed my freedom. I really did.
Yeah.
And people go, "What do you do all day? Do you not get bored?" And I'm like, I was doing so much stuff.
Yeah.
That actually I ended up with a really nice routine that I enjoyed.
Yeah, well, you're never really fucking free, are you, really? You know what I mean?
No.
I guess you weren't getting up early, stupid o'clock, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you could lie in bed and do what you do, but you're never fucking free when you're me, man.
What?
You're just never free, you know what I mean?
What, up here or just stuff to do?
Ever, you know, you're just never free, are you, you know what I mean? But, yeah, so I weren't doing much, man. I was sort of sitting around the house, sort of like, just doing this.
And did you think about it? Because when I left...
I get me running and that, but like 9 o'clock, I was like fucking sitting in the house, scratching my ass, bored out of my mind.
But it's funny, isn't it? Because you've said in other interviews that it was Debbie who was like, you need to start...
She was doing all the work.
You got to start doing stuff.
I was doing all the scratching. She was doing all the work. She was out doing, but I'd try and like, you know, make her stay off work and that to hang out and that, but, you know, corrupt her and that, you know what I mean? But well, she was doing the normal stuff, but yeah, no. Then she was just like, look, come on, I can't sit in the fucking pub all day. Let's do something, you know what I mean? So. But you can't force it, you know what I mean? You can't force it. It happens when it happens, you know what I mean? So there was like 4 years of doing nothing. Bored, no itinerary, which I missed, you know what I mean? And like I said, my day was done and dusted by 9 a.m, you know what I mean? So it was like fucking hell. And then all of a sudden, I started playing the guitar, messing about and that, done a couple of tunes, played them someone liked them, offered us a deal. And then it sort of like, it started like getting back into the music thing, you know what I mean? I was doing, go to LA, meeting writers, coming back, going in the studio. And then that was good, you know what I mean? Here we are today, you know what I mean? It's like, then it's good to be back doing stuff, you know what I mean? And I've never ever not liked doing stuff like this, you know what I mean? Videos are a pain in the ass, but all the rest of it, interviews and stuff like that, and playing gigs and that, it's easy, I like it, man.
You love your job?
Well, yeah.
Oh, do you see it as a job?
No, I don't see it, no, I see it as a proper, it's like being in a carry-on film, innit? You know what I mean? I don't see it as a gig. I mean, you've got to prepare for it. As you get older, you've got to like, you know, you've got to do your thing, you know what I mean? You can't be out drinking till fucking 6 in the morning, or you're just going to have a nightmare, you know what I mean? Your gig's going to be shit. People are going to be disappointed in that. But when you were 20 and you can do that stuff, it was like being in a carry-on film. Completely. And that's the way it should be. You're never going to hear me moaning about having to go on stage, you know what I mean? Or having to hang out with fans and that who think you're fucking great.
But you love being a rock star.
I love rock and roll star, my friend. I love being a rock and roll star, without a doubt. I love being in a band, I love playing that kind of music. I love it, man, without a doubt. And when it's not there, it's hell.
Obviously, you did the Supersonic, the really good documentary film. Did you... Obviously, you watch it. When you watch it, do you watch the full, finished, edited thing? They sit you down and go, here you go. Did you watch it and go, okay, we did that shit?
Yeah, totally, man. Oh, no, I watched it with lots of alcohol. And we had it on loud and we paused it for piss breaks and that, you know what I mean? And we come back in, like that. It was great in the cinema and that. But no, it was sort of watched it with Bonehead, which was even better. And no, I loved it, man. Well proud of Oasis and that, and still proud of it. You know what I mean? It was like we did what we meant to do. You know what I mean? Obviously, we don't do it as much in that these days, but I think Oasis is still alive, man, without a fucking doubt. You know what I mean? It's still got, you know what I mean? It's not been put out yet. Someone's tried to put it out many times, but it's still like at any given point, if you threw something on it, it'd fucking go up again. You know what I mean? So it's not dead. You know what I mean? People are, even to me or to whoever, the people on the streets, it's still bubbling. You know what I mean? It just needs.
But those songs will never die ever.
Never die.
And they'll never grow old.
And even the people that are in the band. They'll never die either. Eternal.
Sorry, did you just do a little wink to the camera in a Carry-On-esque kind of a way?
Exactly, yeah.
Speaking of Oasis, let me ask some questions. But only because I am as a fan, I'm really curious. So the reason the way I found out about your band, I'm doing local radio in the regions, and I knew when you're a no one working at local radio, any type of free CD, anybody who shows any interest in you, you just latch onto them.
Yeah.
So I knew a guy at a promotions company in Manchester called Red Alert.
All right, I heard that.
And he used to send me stuff.
Right.
A lot of Inspiral stuff, a lot of Manchester stuff. And he sent me a copy of Definitely Maybe.
All right.
And that's still my only physical copy of the album. Now, obviously, there's digital versions floating around in space and whatever. I can press a button on my phone and listen to it in the bath. Yeah. But this is it.
There's been some fucking... Has there been paraphernalia on that there?
It's been battered and bruised.
I could see a little bit of fucking paraphernalia there, mate.
It's not, it's just...
Really?
Yeah. And I love it. And then one day I'm reading an interview and they said, apparently the black ones are worth a few quid. Okay. And I'm like, that's mine!
I haven't got any of them.
Well, you're not getting it now either, because this is my only copy. And look, my car got broken into and they nicked...
Scratch marks on that there, man. You've been digging deep there, mate. Fucking one of them's been an hard day at fucking office, isn't it?
None of that, not for me.
Okay.
So, I want to ask you about your memories. I want to try and pull you back and put you in places where you remember. So, do you remember signing your first deal with Alan McGee?
I think I remember signing something in an office. No, not with McGee, man.
All right.
Because I think, I don't remember signing that actually. I don't even know if I fucking signed anything with Creation, to be fair. Right. I remember being in Sony at some point, signing something with them, which might have had something to do with McGee, you know what I mean?
Okay.
But I don't think there was actually a Creation contract, you know what I mean? I think it went through something else. Maybe I'm wrong.
Do you remember the first time you got an Oasis record? Would it have been vinyl or a CD? So Supersonic was the first single, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember would you have got a box? Would you have got it in your hand and gone, oh, this is it?
What was it might have been Columbia, wasn't it? I think that was the first thing that might have come out that was round. But yeah, I might have got that, yeah. I wasn't really big on collecting stuff for Oasis, you know what I mean? I'd rather give it to my mate to get it and just say,
yeah, but
but I think it was Columbia. I think Columbia was the first thing that we ever done.
Right.
It was like a round thing.
Because for me, it's like, I like firsts. I remember certain things. And obviously, you guys in the band were like, we're going to do it, we're going to be big, because we're fucking great, and it's going to happen. So there's like a tick list of things. And I was just curious if you remember, like, do you remember much about your first TV appearance?
No. What was it, The Word?
It was The Word.
I remember that bit.
Yeah.
I'll tell you when we did one fucking weird thing. It was at Gallagher TV, and it was before we were signed, and before we had any songs, and we'd done some tune called Take Me or something, and we didn't have a drum kit, and we borrowed Alvin Stardust's fucking drum kit.
Really?
Yeah, it was outside on the lawn at Granada TV. I don't know if there's any footage of it anywhere, but we borrowed his fucking drum kit, Alvin Stardust's drum kit. He went, yeah, you can borrow my drum kit.
That was nice of him.
It was nice of him.
That's good. Do you remember your first Glastonbury?
No. Little bits of it, I think. I remember. Yeah, I don't remember much, you know.
I'm getting this.
You know, this is going to be a really shit.
But no, I think it's interesting.
I don't remember much, but I might remember a few things. I definitely don't remember getting the first record. Don't remember signing the deal. Don't remember. I do remember if Glastonbury might have been the first one. Actually, yeah, I remember some of them.
Nebworth.
Yeah, I remember one of Nebworth. I don't remember the other one. I remember the first one. Second one, I don't remember.
Let me talk to you about the album.
What album?
Your album.
Oh, the new one?
Yeah.
All right.
If that's all right.
Yeah, go for it.
As you were. So I've heard 4 tracks.
Right.
I've been allowed to listen to 4 tracks.
I heard you say some nice things about 2 of them.
Well, so
I get the other 2.
No,
Shit.
they only played me 2.
Shit.
Hang on. So they played me Wall of Glass, and they played me For What It's Worth. And they're 2 very different songs, and depending on when this goes out, people may or may not be aware of For What It's Worth. Wall of Glass, great, absolutely brilliant, loved it. But For What It's Worth, I don't know why, but I love it.
Yeah, man. It's a classic, man. It's really, I guess it's the most Oasis-y song on the album. But yeah, no, it's fucking top tune, man.
It was very, I'm a big Jeff Lynne fan,
right.
ELO, and a lot of the work that he co-wrote and produced. And I thought it's very George Harrison, Jeff Lynne sound.
It's classic, man. Nice one.
And I love strings. You put strings on something, and brass. I'm
all for the strings, man.
Yeah, I love it.
I mean, I'd put strings on it and take everything off and just have me singing with strings maybe and a shaker and a bit of a drum beat, you know what I mean? Sometimes there's too much fucking bass.
Sometimes less is more.
Take all that off, man, yeah.
That'd be nice live.
Yeah, well, we haven't done it yet. We've been rehearsing it a bit, but we're just holding it back because we're doing lots of gigs. You don't want to give it all away, you know what I mean?
Sure,
There's a few that
I
we've not been playing yet, so I can't wait for it to fucking come out so we can start playing it, you know what I mean?
I saw an interview you did, because you've done lots. You've done and spoke to everybody. You're talking about the album with I think the guy does the thing on YouTube who does all the music interviews. And you said at some point the word saxophone was mentioned.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I'm curious to know how far that saxophone thought process went.
Oh, it went pretty far, actually, man.
Does it actually exist?
What, the saxophone?
Yeah. Did it happen?
It's not on the record, man.
No, but was there a saxophone in the studio?
Yeah, oh yeah. And I was like, what's going on here? And it won't sound like a saxophone. I was like, I ain't 9, mate. Right, and you can't fucking pull that one over. No, because we'll put it through a pedal and then it'll fucking sound like, I was like, well, if we're gonna do that then why don't we just fucking, it'll sound like a fucking guitar. I was like, well, there's a guitar there. That we can fucking sound like a guitar. I was like, get your sax, put the fucking saxophone away. And get your mellotrons out.
See, I don't mind a sax.
No,
mate, I don't mind it.
No, man, fuck that shit, man. It's fucking, no, it's Brian Ferry, it's creepy. Saxes are creepy, man.
So somewhere...
Like fucking pervy and shit, you know what I mean? So
it's a bit late night pervert,
it's a bit pervy, man, saxes, man. I'd rather a fucking a trumpet or a fucking, you know, one of them ones are fucking big, like, one of them ones are big fucking...
What, like a horn?
Yeah, saxophones are fucking weird, man. They're just pervy, aren't they?
I love the fact that someone somewhere has got that. They've got that recorded.
Yeah, well, they might not have.
The thing with you is, though, I often...
I'm not having it, man. So, I mean, it's all right. I don't know. I guess it's a 70s thing, isn't it? But I don't know saxophones. Not fucking.
But I think, the thing I love about you is, and I don't know you well enough to say this is for sure, but almost depending on what mood you're in, like you might slag something off. Or you might say, no, something's cool. And what I like is...
I wouldn't say I'm slagging it off, I'm just having a fucking strong opinion on it.
All right, okay.
Slagging someone off, if people use that word slagging off, Archie, it's just, me personally, it's just having a really fucking strong opinion on something.
Like a saxophone.
Like a saxophone, like a United fan.
But equally,
I have strong opinions on United fans and fucking saxophones. And everyone starts going, oh, you're having a pop, you're slagging them off. I ain't fucking slagging them off. I've just got a fucking strong opinion on them.
I get it.
See, like these United fans, I don't mind them fuckers, man. I'm down with them.
I
fucking like Leeds. I can't wait for it to be back in the Premier fucking League.
See, I think most fans of teams in the Premier League want Leeds back in there. Well, especially the old school teams.
Mad for Leeds, because you always beat United and they're just proper, aren't you?
Always.
So, yeah, bring on the Leeds, man.
Well, I would love that to be back. We've not been for so long. I can't talk about that. I get too depressed.
Yeah. Right.
So you you said recently that you when you were on Glastonbury and you said you've been watching Love Island.
Yeah, I have.
Is this a regular occurrence?
What, I'm watching it every night, yeah.
Every night.
Saturday they don't show it, the cunts, do they? You know what I mean? So you got to fucking do something else.
Well, they've got to have a night off, you know. They've got to recharge their brains.
It's not cool, mate. Just fucking play it through, man. You got to do things on a Saturday, you know what I mean? You got to go out and shit, you know what I mean? But yeah, no, I've been watching it. I like it, man. I mean, I don't truly understand the thing about where they've got a kip on the floor, you know, in the bed, you know, outside.
I'm not watching it.
You're not watching it?
I'm not. I'm aware of some of it.
I'm just into the fact that it's shit, you know what I mean? And it's just stupid, you know what I mean? I'm not getting anything out of it, you know what I mean? I'm not learning anything from it, but it's just on and it's just fucking stupid. But, you know, it's just what's happening, isn't it?
But if you get, this is the thing, if you get in something really early, then you get to know all the characters.
Yeah.
And if I were to dip it, if we were to watch an episode now, you'd be like him, and I'd be like, I don't know who these people are. They're
you've got to commit.
You've got to get in from the beginning.
Yeah. And I mean, listen, it's not my doing, it's Debbie's doing, you know what I mean? She was watching, I've only got one TV in the house, so we sort of just, she's the boss when it comes to that, you know
I get it.
I have Saturdays, you know what I mean? And I have Sundays with the football and that, you know what I mean? And now that there's no football on, I have to just sit and just...
It becomes Love Island.
It's Debbie's TV, man. So Love Island it is. But I'm into it actually, so it's actually got all right.
Good.
Yeah.
Let me...
Good to talk about it. There's a lot of guys out there now that are sitting there going, thank fuck for that, mate. You know what I mean? It's like fucking... It's good, mate. Love Island's where it's at.
I'm weirdly...
You're not going there, right? We get it.
My girlfriend, she watches it in the morning, so I'm not there. So that's what she gets up and watches it on the iPad, and so that's her thing. So I'm blissfully unaware of it in that it's not really on.
Yeah, well, you don't know what you're fucking missing, man. You don't know what you're missing. It's great.
Yeah.
Young people having fun without a care in the world.
It does make, the clips that I've heard do make me, and this is a terrible thing to say, but they do make me feel much better about myself. Yeah. And they make me feel super intelligent, which I'm not. Yeah. But I like that.
You know.
All right. Let me ask you about Twitter.
Yeah.
So, you're very funny on Twitter.
Right.
You can be very random at some points.
Yeah, totally.
You can be very frivolous. You can
What's
be very...
frivolous mean?
Like, just silly.
Oh, yeah.
Like, the other day you tweeted the lyrics to I'm Walking on Sunshine.
Yeah.
And the sun's got his hat on.
It was sunny out, yeah, the sun's got his hat on. It was fucking red hot, man, in Belgrade. So I just thought, okay, you know, not fight it, just get in with it.
Enjoy it.
Enjoy it.
Do you read replies that people send you?
A few of them, yeah. Yeah. Oh, I do reply to a few cocky little cunts sometimes. But yeah, no, I do, man. Without a doubt, there's no point of doing it if you don't. It's a crack in it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think so.
But yeah, no, totally, no, I enjoy it, man.
Do you ever, because there's a lot of power that goes with it, and especially, because you've got, what, like 2 million followers or
Nearly
something?
2 million.
And I think as well, that's, because with a lot of people on Twitter, they've got numbers, but a lot of those accounts are dead. I think there's a high retweet and high love factor, you know, when they like a tweet on yours. Do you ever... Oh, this is probably where you and I maybe differ, but I don't know. You could have so much fun by writing made-up nonsense or giving away clues to something which don't exist and just sitting back and watching the fun.
Well, I do that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's a few hidden little gems in there, man. I'll come out in the wash.
Because you could tweet anything and people will go,
yeah,
hang on, look what he's tweeted, look what he's tweeted. Like, you could go...
Oh, I do. I do, man. No, I enjoy it, man. I mean, it's nice to put a few wrongs right, you know what I mean? When people are getting a bit fucking mouthy about shit, you just go, no, this is what happened.
Yeah, that's
good.
But
9 out of 10 times, it's just random shit, innit? Just...
That's why having the radio show is good, for having a right to reply about stuff.
Exactly, because a lot of people just, you know, the press and that, or wherever they are, there's a lot of them that just talk absolute shit, you know what I mean? And they're not doing anyone any fucking justice, you know what I mean? So...
There is a lot of made-up stuff.
There's a lot of bollocks out there.
But then you've had it for such a long time that I don't know what could be made up about you that hasn't already been made up about you already.
Exactly. I'm a church goer apparently as well.
How's that going for you?
It's fantastic. Me and God are fucking get a few things off our chest, man, every now and again. So there's a lot of shit out there, but Yeah, it's good. Twitter's good, man. I like it. It's good.
Oh, you should just tweet, just one day, just tweet something, just say goodbye England, hello Wales, and let's just see within 48 hours if there's a fake story about you buying a cottage in Wales and moving.
Apparently I'm a fucking King Gardener as well.
Where's that?
I know, am I King Gardener or something? I got invited to go to the Chelsea fucking flower show and that because apparently I'm into fucking flowers.
But hang on. Do you have a garden?
I have one, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm not keen on it, though. I'd much prefer it to be fucking paved. The minute I get some fucking money in the bank, there'll be fucking concrete going over it. I'm a keen concreter.
I love that. Let's get that out there. Does money matter to you? Are you bothered by money?
Yeah, I've got to pay the bills, man, without a doubt, but I don't wake up in the morning and go, right, are we going to go and make some money today? Fuck that, mate. It'll happen when it happens, but yeah, I'm not money driven, no fucking way.
But you
I like to have it because
we need it.
Yeah, you need it without a doubt, and it's fucking good to have it. You know what I mean? It's nice to be able to buy things. You know what I mean? It's nice to be able to buy your mates things, your missus things, and your mum things, and your kids things. You know what I mean? It's nice to buy things. You know what I mean? It's nice to just have it, isn't it? You know what I mean? Everyone that hasn't got it seems to be having a bit of a fucking shit time, you know what I mean? Unless they're a Buddhist, you know what I mean?
Well, so one thing I think about it is when you've got a little bit of it, it just makes life a little bit easier.
Yeah, well, I've not had it, and then I've had it, you know what I mean? So I know I prefer to have it. It's like football, isn't it? I prefer to fucking lift the trophy than not lift anything, you know what I mean? Money's important, but you can't be like, certainly not driven by it, man. You just mentioned that obviously having no money, and when you were growing up. Yeah, man.
So your mum is Irish.
Yep.
My mum's Irish.
Yep.
Is your mum? Even though our mums are both Irish, I would imagine they're very different. My mum loves the showbiz.
Right.
My mum loves it.
Right.
They used to call her VIP Vera.
All right. Okay.
She loves a backstage pass.
Right. Okay.
She loves a green room.
All right.
She loves it.
All right.
And even though you've talked about your mum a lot, and she's even she's in the documentary, I always kind of get the feeling she's a bit like roll her eyes and just walk into another room with it.
Oh yeah, she's not asked one fucking bit, not one bit. I said to her the other week, I said, look, you come to one of these gigs that we're doing. She went, how big are they? I said, about 1,000 people. No, fucking far too small for me. she's not interested until it's got a bit of fucking. The AC in there, I was like, probably not. And now she's like, no, I'll wait till you play somewhere bigger. But she's not asked, man, about it. She's had enough.
I want to talk about Oasis.
Yeah.
If that's all right.
Bring it on.
And I want to, because I've seen, as I say, I've seen lots of interviews with you. I've seen lots of people asking you different questions about stuff. But no one's asked you, as far as I've seen yet, this question, which I think is the most important question, which is talking about Oasis getting back together. What would that mean to you? What would you want that to be?
Well, it depends, man, because it's not that simple. It's not about me getting back with Noel. We have to like each other before we can fucking share a stage, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter how much money you fucking put on it. I don't need that money, you know what I mean? It'd be just doing it for the money, then I ain't doing it, you know what I mean? And listen, it'd be nice to have £100 million in your fucking bank account, you know what I mean? But I've had £100 million, so it'd have to be a little bit more, you know what I mean?
But
so it's not about the money, it'd be more about me and our kid coming to a sense where we go, right, we actually fucking like each other again. And at the moment, we're very two different people. He's one side of the coin and I'm the other. So it'd have to be, we have to get back, me and him have to get back to liking each other before we start even fucking talking about that, you know what I mean? Certainly not going to get back to it for money, you know what I mean? And I'm not going to get back, we're not going to get it back for fucking pressure or because someone hasn't seen us before. It's about me and him. If me and him get back together as mates and as brothers and all that tackle, then it'll naturally happen. But at the moment, it's fucking bazillion light years, man. I don't really like or care for what he's fucking about, and I'm sure he doesn't really like or care for what I'm about. But I have no fucking desire to be in a band with him because he's not the type of person I'd want to be in a band with. And probably, I'm sure it's the same. You know what I mean?
Do you miss him? Do you miss hanging out with him?
I missed the old Noel, who was a bit of a fucking lad and that. We had a laugh and all that, but he seems very. He doesn't seem like, you know. I'm not saying we should be the same person, but he seems like he's after something else in life, man. And I don't know what it is. Seems seems very easily bull. I don't know, it's not like me.
Do you not think, and I've no idea, but just to put it out there, do you not think it just could be, we're all getting a bit older, but he's just a little bit older, because we're pretty much the same age.
Yeah.
Like he's hit 50.
Yeah.
Some people have a midlife crisis at 40, and I'm not saying he's having a midlife crisis at all, but maybe he's just, I don't know, changed what he wants.
Yeah, but totally. But then if that's the case, then there was no place for rock and roll then in that case, because I'm not saying he should be like me and he should be going out and doing what he's doing, or because we all change, and I've changed. I've definitely slowed down. I'm not saying you should be going out fucking gobbing on people and fucking swearing and shit like that, or whatever it is that people think we are. But I'm more on about the corporate side of it. He seems he's living in a world of, he's living over there in that world, you know what I mean? And there's no fucking room for Oasis in that world as far as I'm concerned. I'd rather fucking work in McDonald's, mate, or get hit by a fucking 18-wheeler at 100 miles an hour to bring my band and put it in that world.
But I don't think it would be. I think the band would always be there. I think that's...
Well, it depends who's running the fucking ship, doesn't it? You know what I mean? Who's steering it, you know what I mean? And if he's going to be steering it, it'll definitely end up in that fucking world, and it ain't happening.
I reckon, and again, what do I know? I reckon he's... Because I think he's... Because you're his brother, at the end of the day, I think he's really... he must have heard some of the stuff already, some of the album already.
Oh yeah, of course he will have.
And on a songwriting...
And as a music lover, he'll like it, you know what I mean? Because there's some really good strong songs on there, without a doubt. Without a doubt. As there is on some of his stuff, you know what I mean? And
do you, on a purely musician songwriting level,
I'm definitely not on his level. He's a far better songwriter than me, but because he's been doing it for years. But I'm nowhere near. I'm not on his level. He's on a different level when it comes to songwriting. But as a singer, that's my gig, man.
But you got to be curious to know what he thinks of your stuff.
I know he'll dig it, man, because he's a music lover.
I think he will. I really think he will.
I think he will dig it without a doubt, and he'll come out and say it like a good boy. You know what I mean? He'll come out and go, "That's a good fucking album." But deep down, he'll be fucking going there, little fucker. You know what I mean?
Do you think?
Yeah, of course.
I really don't. But then
maybe he won't.
But you're closer. You're really closer to it. I'm coming from a fan of Oasis and you and Noel and the various forms that Oasis were. That's where I'm coming from. And obviously, it sounds so silly, but there's more of us than you two. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. With no pun intended with you two.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, like for me, I want him to like your stuff and to go, do you know what? He's made a fucking great album there, and I'm fucking delighted, and vice versa.
I think he will.
And I worry as a fan that the biggest problem getting in the way of that is you two taking, albeit funny digs at each other. And I think I speak for a lot of fans who are going, shush, just shush a little bit.
Not going to happen.
No, I know it's not going to happen.
It's not going to fucking happen.
It's not going to happen.
So it's turned into a sport now. It's a sport. It's a sport.
This must be driving your Irish mother up the wall.
Yeah, she doesn't like it.
No.
But that's life, you know what I mean? You know.
Because the grief that I get from my mother about ringing my brother.
Yeah.
Have you spoke to your brother? Not for a few days. Give him a ring.
Yeah.
You can give me a ring.
Well, I've got two boys, and when they don't get on, you know what I mean? You're sort of like, yeah, so, you know, I get it, you know what I mean? But it is what it is, man.
Yeah, I guess. But anyway, your album is out in October.
Can't fucking wait, man. It's nice to be just doing tunes and doing some gigs, man. So yeah, that's out in October, and we'll see where we end up.
It's from what I've heard, and honestly, I'm not just blowing smoke at the ass. The 5 tracks that I've heard, including Wall of Glass, are really, really good. No. Your vocal is great.
Yeah.
Especially on the certain tracks that.
Yeah, there's a few high bits in there that I've got a nail in that, but we'll get there, man.
Yeah, do you know what?
There's a few little like hurt, but I'll get there, man.
As a fan, if you could just, maybe on the next album, if you could just do a song in a key that blokes can sing live.
Can you not sing that one?
It's so much of your stuff is so high.
Yeah, do you reckon?
Yeah.
You can sing Wall of Glass, man, surely.
Wall of Glass, yeah, probably.
Whoa, you can sing that.
I can sing that bit.
Yes, you can. Get a beer down your neck, you'll be right, man. But yeah, there's a few little bits in there that are a bit high, but it'll be all right, man.
So what do you want? What do you want from the album?
I just want people to listen to it, fucking turn it up, you know, and just have a listen, man. And that's it. It's all about people that like it, man. I don't want them. You know, if someone picks up a guitar and fucking joins a band for me, great. You know what I mean? If people want to be a singer, great. You know what I mean? I just want people to enjoy it. You know what I mean? It's just music. You know what I mean? They're not gonna. You know what I mean? It's all been done before, you know what I mean? I just want people to fucking enjoy it, you know what I mean?
You're proud of it? You're proud of it, though?
They're proud of it. I don't want people to think too hard about it. Ain't gonna cure cancer, man, you know what I mean? Just turn it up, enjoy it. Get pissed to it, fucking do what you want with it, you know what I mean? But I'm proud of it. I'm glad to be back making music, you know what I mean? And hopefully that there's people there that are willing to listen, you know what I mean?
Have your boys heard it?
Yeah, they haven't heard the finished bit and that, but they've heard some tunes, man. Nah, they're buzzing off it, man. They can't wait. They're coming to the gigs and stuff. They're coming on tour and that with me and all a bit. So it's all good, man. It's all good.
Man, I'm really happy for you.
Nice one, man. I'm happy for you as well.
Well, God bless you.
We're happy for everyone, innit?
Isn't it great? It's not bad, is it?
It is, mate.
And
still here, mate.
Thank you for chatting with us. And look at this. I love the fact we did it in a pub and we just sipped water all the way through.
Well, you've got to go against the grain, aren't you? When people think you're going to come in and start fucking walloping tequila and that. Change it up a bit, innit?
Well, I'm delighted you didn't because I can't handle tequila.
I'm going straight to the pub after there.
Are you?
Yeah.
Great idea.
I'm only joking, mate. But no, nice one, man.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, mate. Take care.
Radio X.